Well, this year started off interesting. This is hive number 6, or what I call number 6. I inspected it on Sunday, May 1st, which was 2 days ago. Today's May 3rd. And it was wall-to-wall bees. So I took hive number 5, as you can see with the 5 on there, which was my first dead out this year. It was a weak hive that got through last year that I should have requeened that I didn't. So now that empty box is sitting on top of hive number 6. Hive number 6, we'll get to, or number 5, we'll get to that in a second. Number 4, packed with bees. Number 3, as you can see, they're busy bringing in pollen and everything. And they went through winter as a double deep. Hive number 4 went through as a single deep. Hive number 2 went through winter as a single deep. They were packed with bees. However, hive number 1 was a double deep 8 frame, and it had so many bees in it. I mean, it was wall-to-wall bees in the upper box when I took the lid off. The very first frame I looked at, there was a queen cup. Or, well, since it had an egg in it, it's no longer a queen cup, it's a swarm cell. So, literally, it had a fresh egg in it. Not a larva, but an egg. So, I took the box that was on top here and moved it down here to hive number 5. I took 3 frames out of the top box and out of the bottom box and put them in this hive back here. This was my Canisota swarm. Unfortunately, an August 31st swarm, did not have the chance of building up like it needed to. I'm just basically saying that they didn't have pollen to make winter bees, or bees during the winter, and therefore they died off. They made it through until about March, and early March, and didn't make it through March. And so now this has 6 frames of brood and resources that came out of hive number 1. The long hive, good old yellow. Well, what can I say about old yellow? These girls have always been good for me. This is their 3rd year, and they came through winter very strong. They had 7 frames of brood in there and lots of bees. This hive, the bee barn, I think she's a special case. She was my first hive to swarm last year, unbeknownst to me. When I went in to borrow or take a frame of brood and eggs for a friend, the queen was already gone. They had already swarmed. I didn't even realize that. There were all sorts of capped swarm cells in this one. First split of my year came out of this one with some of those swarm cells. That colony got sold off. And this year, this guy has 10 to 12 frames of brood already. It is just going gangbusters. So we'll see how it does. But that's kind of the story this year of how my year is starting. Beginning of May, they're already preparing for swarm. So it's going to be an interesting year. So yesterday, I made up 40 frames, deep frames. I added another box on top of 1, 2, and 4. 3 already had one in it. The box on 6 actually came from 5. So they're doing good this year. They're getting off to a good start, good strong start. So thank you for listening to my rambling. Bye now.